first question, I keep it at 3 because when we go 5, people sometimes lose count. So I'm going to keep it at 3. What are your 3 top pedal brands?
Brands. I would say the first is Tech 21, probably the guys I love the most.
Yep.
Marshall, because I have to quote them. They're like really top for me. And if I had to choose a third one, well, I don't know. Maybe Lane 6.
Lane 6? Cool.
It's kind of an out there answer, but I think they're quite intelligent, so I really like them as a brand.
Cool. And what are your top 3 overdrives?
Top 3 overdrives. I've never been much of an overdrive guy, but probably Tube Screamer must be there because as you say, I hate the Tube Screamer in general, but if you put it in front of a Marshall JCM 800, it's the real deal, so it has to be there. Probably the... I'm not bad. SD1. I've also SD1. Played a lot of SD1s. And that's a good one. There's an Ibanez pedal that came before the Tube Screamer, which is more of a fast pedal. It's an orange one. I don't remember the name, but I really love that pedal because it sounds like it's perfect for stoner style. I really, really, really like that pedal. I don't even remember the name of it, but
I know which one you mean. I know which one you mean. It's the 850 fuzz. It's like the one knob one, right?
Oh, no, it has 3 knobs.
Okay, maybe there is there's another one. Yeah. 3 knobs. Okay, I found another one.
Oh
no, that's a phaser.
Is it Ibanez or Boss? Now I'm even doubting if it was Ibanez or Boss. So there's really an overdrive.
There is an 850 orange overdrive from Ibanez. Yeah, this is the first overdrive generation from Ibanez from the very dark times before the TS-808 came around.
Wow. Well, you should really hear that pedal because it's absolutely not an overdrive, but you will love it. It's something very special.
I'm going to add it to my list. Okay, so now I'm asking you a question you're going to find hard, and you must prepare emotionally for it, but I have to ask it. What are your 3 top favorite Thermion pedals?
Whoa.
Yeah.
The first one must be, because I have to pay tribute to it, the Gasoline, because it's the first one, and it's the one I still use a lot. The second is probably the Outlaw, because it's the pedal that it's in my setup, despite of what I play, of the amplifier, of if it's the freeway, if it's the zero, there's always an Outlaw there. And the third one is probably the Black Sun, because it's really a strange pedal, an out there pedal, and I really love Soundgarden and Chris Cornell. Right. And when he died, I designed the Black Sun as a tribute. So Black Sun has a special meaning for me, despite of being the worst selling pedal of all of the ones we have. But I really love the Black Sun.
That's very interesting. In terms of amplifiers, what is your go-to amp for any situation? Is it the one you showed us earlier?
I always play with a Spitfire, a 50 watts Spitfire. When I rehearse with my band, if we were still playing live, which we really don't do because we all have children and a lot of things to do. But I always leave home and leave the rehearsal room. I go with a zero. And as a cliche, if I really could afford right now any amplifier, I would probably go to my friend Adrian, who's the luthier I was talking at the first part of this interview about, I would go and buy his JCM 800 2205 because I really love it.
Nice. And in terms of guitars, what's your go-to instrument?
I'm a humbucker guy. I have literally 0 guitars with single coils. So I'm also a metal guy, so my favorite guitar are the EC series, the EC 1000 and the ESP EC series, those ones that look like Les Pauls, but are not Les Pauls at all. And I also love PRS guitars because they're humbuckers, but they're quite flexible. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I have it's not a PRS, it's a PRS copy I bought when I was like 14 or something. It's heavily modded, but it's the one I use the most. And at a certain point, I had a PRS, like one of the lower series, which went away quickly. I'm into, big humbucker guitars.
Okay, cool. And this is my last question for you. Now, it's the proverbial, like, if you were on a desert island, okay? So I just want to make sure, like, you have electricity, you got everything. Like, you don't have to worry about it. You're not on propane, you can plug in. Let's say you could only have one guitar, one amplifier, and a set of pedals. It could be like 2, 3, maybe 5 pedals. We're going to keep it small, just so you don't have to go through a whole list. But if that was a scenario, you could only have one guitar, one amp, and just a small bunch of pedals, what kind of rig would you have?
Just one amplifier, one guitar.
I'm keeping it very simple.
Probably as I have, I designed long ago the amplifier of my dreams, so that's out of the way. I would not take a Spitfire. I would probably take something that's very versatile, like a Line 6 Spider or something that, is very shitty, something, the presets are complete crap, but you can get good tones out of it and you can literally make it sound the way you want. I would probably take my humbucker guitar Pierce style from when I was like 14 years old, because I completely redesigned that guitar. And with pedals, I would probably take, I don't know if I can say the Freeway, because maybe I would need headphones to hear the monkeys or the waves or anything in that desert island. Maybe an Outlaw, because why not?
Why not? Very simple. And I like the fact that you're not afraid to use your own things. A lot of people would go with like the coveted stuff. I had to have a 59 Les Paul with a Dumble, and I would have a Klon, the original Klon. And you're like, nah, man, I got to keep it simple. I love that.